you know, at the walkabouts, people asked me about what was going to happen to the camp and was I going to support it. And it was a real simple answer, yes. I think that I learned more about how to be a Christian and how to be a priest when I was a camp counselor than anything else I did in my life to prepare myself for this ministry. And I look around, I see people nodding their heads. I expect if we ask some of the other clergy present that if they were raised up here, it was an important formation place for them. If they were part of another camping program somewhere else, it was just a major part of how they became the adult Christian they were. What I've learned since I've come to the diocese is this is the best thing we got going. Not just, you know what, but it's the best thing we have going to lift up people who are going to go out and change the world.
Yes.
How many of you are campers now? How many of you have children who were campers? How many of you have grandchildren who were campers, that were campers? But when I came out here and talked to the staff, I was really impressed by the fact that they were telling me things like, well, I was baptized here at camp, and my parents were married here at camp, and they were baptized when they were children here at camp. And you get this idea that there's 3, 4 generations of people for whom this has been a touchstone in their spiritual lives. And as I talk to people, it's what do you do now? Well, I'm a social worker, or I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, I'm a police officer. You learn something about how to serve humanity, how to serve the world here at this place. And I hope it's because you understand that it's all based in a sort of shared life in Christ, and a shared life in a community in Christ. Some of you are leadership in the Diocese of Rhode Island. Some of you are going to become leadership in the Diocese of Rhode Island because Megan's going to help you seek you out and twist your corner. We need you. I mean, you want to guarantee the camp prospers, you get involved in the leadership of the diocese. And if you're in the leadership of the diocese, you're the ones making the decisions. A lot of dioceses are closing their camps. Part of the thing that made me know how important this was I saw what happened in Arizona when the diocese decided it was going to put effort and time and money into the camp it owned, and how it became a major site. I saw it in my own daughter's life, who had a conversion experience in 9th grade, and the thing she thinks about all the time is how is she going to get back to camp so she can keep growing closer to God and keep growing closer to her friends. I expect some of you have had similar experiences, and some of you are nodding your heads out here too. This is just where we do this. This is the launching pad for your rest of your life. It's not the mountaintop. This is the launching pad. And we shoot you out of here into the life of the church. And so those of you who are alumni, we're going to need your help. We're going to search you out and find you. We'll try to have some fun. We'll try and do some fundraising. We have online registration now. We're going to have online giving too. Yay! Online giving! We'll have mobile apps so that you can give on your mobile. Hey, it worked for President Obama, who raised more money than anyone else has ever raised in history with $5, $10, and $15 donations. So I'm not that stupid. We're going to do that too. There's some maintenance things. The nice thing is there are maintenance issues, there are new facilities we can use, but the really key thing is getting the best kinds of counselors, keeping the kind of staff we have, keeping them happy and enthusiastic and committed to the work we all do. And then we're just going to change Rhode Island. I'm actually kidding about that. I'm dead serious. You all are kind of depressed. But, this state needs a boost, and you're the boosters. So launch the rockets. No, I just tell you that when I came up to meet with the staff, and they were telling me about what was happening in the spiritual lives in this place, they all rushed out because it rained, and I didn't get to tell them this really great story I was going to tell them. But in the Gospels, Jesus says again and again, when you see the kingdom of heaven, you'll know it. And it's the most valuable thing you're ever going to encounter. If you have to sell everything you have to get the field where the kingdom of heaven has a pearl buried, you should do that. Those kids were describing the kingdom of heaven. See? That's God calling. seriously, man, somebody's pushing back against this King of Heaven stuff. First it rains and the phone rings. All right, an enemy has done this thing. There's something important here, and that is this really is the Kingdom of Heaven. For many of you, this is the closest you're ever going to get to it. But you don't get to own it. You have to go out and tell people, I have seen it, I've been transformed by it, and I want to make sure it's here for all of you. You know, God willing, I'm going to be your bishop for 20 years. I'm going to be your bishop for 20 years, and so for some of you, your children will be here at that time. And I want to make sure this camp is available. It's been here since the 40s. It needs to be here well into the next century. It's the best tool we have to proclaim the gospel to people who really need to hear the hope that the gospel brings. So thank you for coming out. Thank you for all the support you've given. Thank you for all the support you are going to give. And you're going to give. Because I think we have such an incredible resource in Megan. And Jonathan, who's there filming all of this, who came, met each other at camp. It's one of the great story camp romances. And I expect it's not the only one in the room here. People who met, who basically found love, found their family, and found their community at this place. So we need to make sure it lasts, and I'm sure you all will. You could probably help us out by making sure we get in touch with all the alumni you know. We're trying to we lost a lot of records. We're trying to rebuild the records in the database, getting their email addresses, getting their contact information. Where's the nice lady who's doing all the development work?
Sarah's right here, and I'd like to introduce her.
Sarah. So you can give her your email address or whatever, and we will get in touch with you. If you want to, what's the Twitter handle for? God! So here's what you do. You follow me on Twitter, WN Knisely, and as soon as this horrible oversight is represented, I'll tweet about ECC and the camp Twitter account. And, or you can follow us on Facebook. You do have Facebook. A lot of you have already friended me, so thank you for that. And I'm learning about Instagram, because Megan likes Instagram. So I'm learning about that. So thank you all for coming out. Go Patriots.